This is Natural Powerlifting Radio. Deadlifts, chicken nuggets, video games. This is Check My Total, a powerlifting podcast with Timothy Payne and Andrew Hinson.
Hello. It's another episode of Check My Total. In this episode, we got Timmy on the portable phone, on the mobile phone, and we got our old faithful donut man, the Michael Burleson, the 911 lifter.
What's up?
And at some point during this podcast, we're going to have John Allen on, but he'll just hop in whenever he hops in. So, I'm not sure when he'll get on. I think he's making some dinner. But
yeah, it's going to be Nationals before we know it, so we're going to have a little Nationals preview with the Spruce Pine guys.
Yeah, we got some good training. Looks like the Spruce Pine boys are training hard. And looking forward to Nationals and seeing what the boys hit. So we got a little pre-show, a little pre-game show, the pre-fight is what we got. And
too bad we don't have a stage for you to weigh in on.
I know. We need to get a stage. We really do.
I can probably write something. We can set one up in the middle of town or something.
There you go. You can talk crap to John.
No, I don't want to do that. I love John. I don't want to make him mad. He's bigger than me, too.
Hey, it's just building a fight. It'd be fine.
Yeah, it's just building a fight, man. And John's not even competing against you, is he?
Oh, no, I don't think so. But words hurt, guys. You gotta be careful. I'm not a good trash talker.
Unless Michael misses weight, you know.
Yeah.
That could happen. But right now I'm around 205, so I should be good.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Man, you cut down from like what, 225 before, like 2 weeks out?
No. Well, the most I've ever cut, I think I was around 208, something around in there. I haven't been super heavy, made any like huge cuts, but
yeah,
I've tried to watch my diet just a little bit more closely this go around, just so I don't have to sit in the bathtub as long. So
that's true.
What is your weight cutting? Or go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, go ahead. I forgot what I was going to ask.
I was just going to ask, what is your weight cutting process the week of the meet?
Last meet I didn't do it just because I forgot, because I was the only one from up here of the people that I knew that were competing. We usually remind each other, start a little bit of a water load.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, basically what that is you start consuming an excessive amount of water and your body gets used to getting rid of it. So when you cut the water off, your body's still getting rid of fluids. And last meet I didn't do it. I just relied completely on the super hot baths with Epsom salt. I would get in the tub, and I don't like doing it, but basically you're just dehydrating yourself, just sweating it out. And it's amazing how much weight you can drop off in a short period of time.
I've never done that. I did the water loading a couple of times, and the most I've ever dropped was I dropped 16 pounds in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm never doing that again.
Did you have a good meet?
I'm trying to think. I think I had a pretty decent one. It was one of those ones outside.
Oh.
It was a push-pull, I think.
Yeah.
I think I did pretty well. I think I hit a bench PR at the time, and I honestly can't remember what I did deadlift.
Man, outside in July, you probably could have lost 16 pounds up more than...
I know. But, man, I'm excited for you, Michael. Man, your training's been going crazy good.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I don't know. I always do this leading up to a meet. Some of my lifts will slow down, and I start kind of second-guessing myself. But it usually all pans out pretty well.
Hey, what happened to you? Did something happen to your shoulder?
Nah, it's just overuse. I've had shoulder issues. I mean, it's just one of those kind of little stubborn aches and pains. I mean, it's no kind of injury or anything. I mean,
yeah.
I dislocated about, I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but it's just nagging injury, I guess. Well, not really an injury, but just a pain that's just uncomfortable when I get heavier. So.
How'd you dislocate it?
Well, it's a funny story. I'm borderline allergic to bees, I think. I don't know. But last time I got stung, like, my throat swelled up and it freaked me out. So I was actually at home spraying some Roundup and got into a bee's nest. I didn't get stung, but I tripped and fell while I was running from the bees and landed on my shoulder.
Oh, man.
And my wife, she works at the orthopedic office here, and I called her and I was like, hey, I need to come in. I think I got it set back, because I looked down, I was like, oh, I'm fine. And I was like, oh, man, I can't move my left arm. And I looked down, and it's like, it looked normal. Like, I could actually put my hand in my pocket if I'd have wanted to. My arm was extended. I just kind of grabbed it and shoved it back, and it popped 3 or 4 times.
Oh, man.
Super sore, but it took me a while before I could get back underneath the squat bar. But other than that, I mean, that's really the only things I had with that injury. But I've been pretty fortunate as far as injuries go. I'm not like a lot of guys. I stay beat up a little bit, but it's nothing that doesn't go away when I rest it. So.
Yeah. That's always nice. Tripping over the bees.
I didn't get stung. I will reiterate that.
Were you gassing them?
No, I was just spraying Roundup. Just kind of on
Roundup.
a growed up spot that I had it mowed, and it was a nice place for a bee's nest. I guess if I was a bee, I'd have built one there too. I can't really blame them.
But yeah, man, watching you on Instagram and everything, it looks like all your stuff's clicking.
Yeah, I'm really, I guess, proud of my squats more than anything. That's kind of always been the one lift that I focus the most on, and it seems to be coming around pretty good. So.
Yeah, you're gonna squat 600.
I'm gonna try. We'll see. I'll probably miss my opener and then have to retake it on my second. I'll forget my third, so we'll see how it goes. But
what'd you hit the other day? 585?
Yeah, I've done 585. The past 2 weeks
times.
I've done it.
Yeah.
And I think
it's looking good.
For the last 5 or 6 weeks I've been above 550. So I'm tired. I'm ready for a little bit of a break. So.
Yeah, what's up with you guys killing it so far? It's 14 days out. Y'all need to rest up a little bit.
John does kind of the ease into it and hit a few things heavy before you get to the meet, which it works for him. But me, man, I'm just for the I guess the intensity of what my coach has me doing, man. If I don't continually stay pretty heavy and stay after it, I don't know what happens. It's like my body just shuts down.
Because usually we'll hit like a double this week, and then next week do our opener, and then, oh, hold up, you said 14 days? Well, I guess this week we would hit an opener, and then next week take the whole week off before the competition.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, to each their own.
Yep, and that's typical what I used to do. I mean, I would hit my openers the week before the meet, and then the week of the meet I just kind of chill. But
yeah.
But it is nice to know that you can move something that you want to in a meet with being in such a fatigued state too. That's a confidence boost, I guess, more than anything. So.
Do you know what your openers are?
On squat, I'll probably start with 550. A bench, I don't know. A bench, I'll be anywhere between 380 and 390. I haven't really decided yet. And deadlift, I'll probably stick around somewhere between 510 and 520.
Okay. Now you know the bet's still on for your bench press.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I actually hit it today. I hit 405 today. I didn't think I was going to, but
that's all. I'm serious. If you bench 405 or above, I will send you a big old packet of chicken nuggets. I will.
Maybe you can just send me a gift card or something. I'm not sure how those nuggets are going to do in the mail.
No, it'll work. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Oh, me.
But I'll do it. That's what I'm looking for, the 405 bench.
It's kind of aggravating because the last time my training cycle before this, I benched 415. fairly easy, and I was really, really hoping I could go for that elite bench, which is, I think it's 420. I was really hoping I could go after that, but I don't think I'm going to give it a shot this go around. We'll just have to see what's there for the day. And I mean, the thing is, any of this can change at any time. That's one reason I don't get too caught up on numbers. I just have to see how it feels that day.
So do you know what the 198 national records are?
I think I have the bench at 395. I think I may have the squat too. It's 550. Don has I know Don has the deadlift. It's like 12,000 pounds. I can't even remember. And I think the total is 1520. I think Don has that. So that's what I'm going at.
Well, let's see. What do you got? If you do a 600 squat, what are you going deadlift? You going deadlift 585?
No, I'll probably try to finish around 560ish or so.
Okay. So, what is that? I can't add. 11, 11, I don't even know. I'm going to get my calculator app out. Can't do it. 600 plus 560. Yeah, okay. I was on the right track. It's 1160. Then, let's see, you prop in that 405. Bench, yeah, a 1565 total.
Yeah, we'll shoot for that. I'm not, as long as I can get within 20 pounds of it or so, I won't be too upset. So.
Yeah, I told him he just needed to hop up to 220.
I may do it next year sometime. I don't know. Because the thing is, if I start gaining weight, my uniform won't fit, my vest won't fit.
That's true. You're going to have to get a whole new attire.
Yeah, I can probably wear some of the stuff whenever. It's so funny, man. When I first started here, it's been, I think 9 years ago. I weighed like 165 pounds, and 2 years later, I was up to almost like 230.
Whoa.
Because I wasn't doing anything. I would come into work, I would sleep all day, I was eating like just whatever I wanted, and it got pretty out of hand.
Wow. Do you know what the elite total is at 220?
I'm not sure. John told me. I can't remember what it is.
Let's
I think
see if I can find it.
It's close to 16, but I think it's like maybe 1580 something.
I'll see if I can find this thing.
I would look on my phone, but I don't want to show this off.
Yeah.
I got it.
I'm not used to this mobile life. I usually got everything at my fingertips.
Where am I looking for? Yeah, this is what I want. Oh, let's see. It's 1565.
Oh, okay.
Hey, if you hit all your numbers, you'll have a 1565.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like you said, it'd be nice to leave that 198 having all the records.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not going to get the deadlift one. We'll go ahead and let Don cherish that one for a long time, I would say. But...
Hey, I'll take 3 out of 4, though.
It's just funny how certain people have just a lift that's just amazing, I guess, compared to others. Because a normal person has an okay squat, not really that great of a bench, and like a really good deadlift. But
yeah,
that's Brandon Arthur. That last meet in April, me and him were talking, and he was like, "Man, I don't like deadlifts." I was like, "Man, I don't either." But his bench press is just unreal. I think
he's real good.
I can't remember that last meet. It was 4 something.
20 or 30, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty high up there.
Yeah, and he's just a kid.
Yeah. I saw him compete. Me and John went and watched Pete Rubich back in Tennessee. I guess it's been a couple of years ago. And he was over there, Brandon was, and the only reason I remember him is because he ate Pete Rubich ate some of his Doritos.
Okay.
And that was my first words to him. I was like, "Man, I know you." I said, "Did Pete Rubich eat your Doritos?" He's like, "Yep, that was me." But man, he's a nice guy. I'm glad he's come over to Iron Boy. He's a good guy to have around.
Yeah, he lifted with us a few years ago, and I don't know if he got hurt or just went to somewhere else to live for a little while, but I'm glad he's come back. he's, like I said, if he can get that deadlift going, he'll be all over that elite.
Yeah, and he's so young, man. If he sticks with it, he'll probably make a name for himself.
Yeah, he's real good. Plus, he has something crazy like 9,000 followers on Instagram or something.
Yeah, he's got a bunch.
I guess when Pete Rubis eats your Doritos, you get some
That's
followers.
what happens. The match just flows.
Yeah, I was hoping he would show up in a couple weeks, but I think he told me he's shooting for February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a fun meet, too.
Wait, what was his squat? What was he squatting?
It was close to 6.
Yeah, I think he squatted right at 6. I know this last meet, I think he did a 220 in it, and then the one in April, I think he was a 242.
Okay. Yeah, he told me he lost weight. I remember that now.
Yeah, I think he squatted, it was right at 6, I believe. I feel kind of weird keeping up with these people. I feel like a fanboy, but hey, man, you got friends in it, you got to keep up with them. So.
Well, I'm sure it keeps you motivated too.
Well,
having people to watch.
It's nice to follow these guys that are just lifting these astronomical amounts of weight. But what I like doing is finding somebody that's close to where I'm at, that I've competed with, that I know, and will follow them more than anything. I mean,
well, we talk about it all the time. You want to follow people that are doing the same thing you are. Because, like, what's the point of watching some drughead in a monolift lift and, follow every word he says when he's, like I just said, in drugs, probably wearing equipment and, in that monolift. It's like, dude, I'm raw and I'm not taking anything. I can't compare myself to that dude.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's a lot of people get caught up in that, and I hate seeing people waste their money on all these different gimmicks and supplements that these people are endorsing, and it's just such a, I don't know, it's a mess, man.
Yeah, it's like people think they're going to look like The Rock just because they drink the same protein he does.
Yeah, that's the thing. Larry Wheels is one of the big guys right now, man, and everybody wants to take what Larry Wheels is taking, and I'm like, if you took exactly what Larry Wheels took, you wouldn't be as strong as Larry Wheels. I said, you could match him for everything he does. And I said, he's just, which, I mean, obviously he's on the stuff, but, I mean, he's just a genetic freak, too. He's just, I don't know. It just blows my mind that somebody can be that strong.
And I don't understand those people either. The ones that can't hang and then get on the stuff thinking they're going to do something. It's like a freak's going to be a freak no matter if they're taking something or not.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. It's a whole different mindset I ain't used to. I grew up a little bit different, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, plus when you start following other people that are similar to you, you get your little band going, then eventually you got people coming to you. You get to kind of build yourself up.
Back to, the way I grew up, man, that's just, build something for yourself instead of trying to chase other stuff.
Right.
Like you just said, make people want to come to you.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of people, they get hurt like their first couple of meets or something. You don't want to, I mean, even me, man, if I could come in first place or I could come in last place, it just depends on who shows up.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just hard to, you don't want to be chasing all these other people and looking at what they do. I mean, yeah, it's fun, and if you want to use it for motivation, that's fine, but don't use it to beat yourself up over. I mean, it's the top people are the top people for a reason. They put the work in, put the time in, and if you're new to the sport, you can't expect to be one of the greats right out of the bat. I mean, it just takes time.
We've talked about this on one of our podcasts. Powerlifting is basically 90% you're just competing against yourself.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's easy to get your feelings hurt real quick if you start competing against everybody else.
Yep. I mean, plus, records are meant to be broken. Ain't no one going to have records forever.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. Man, I hope next year I can compete at Nationals with you boys.
Yeah, we gotta get you healed up.
I know, my freaking back.
Well, I'm still trying to get you to deadlift before your age changed.
I know.
You could wait, be an old man like me. That's what I keep telling everybody. I was like, man, I waited way too long to get into this stuff. I'm gonna get osteoporosis or something.
I did.
When is your birthday, Andrew?
July 27.
Okay, well you got plenty more chances if you want to do it.
Yeah, I mean I do. It's just that, man, like, whew. I think if I squatted, like, I just don't think. If I squatted, I do not think I'd have much for a deadlift. I don't know how much my back could take of both.
Yeah.
But
Because I think you have every single record in the junior 198 except for that deadlift record.
yep. And then today I did lots of squats. I did 315 for sets of 10. Man, that's hard.
Yeah, hard.
That's so hard. I've been lifting. I've just been lifting with a belt, like no wrist wraps, no knee sleeves or anything, and I'm putting some muscle on.
I'd say so. Doing
But-
tens.
And I've been just doing lots of volume, but yeah, it just really hurts when I start squatting around 450 plus.
Yeah.
My back is it's so compressed, and like lower back is just like killing me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as young as you are, man, I mean, you don't want to end up pushing it because, I mean, if you want to stay in this, I mean, that's one thing, but you definitely don't want to mess something up for outside of the sport, just everyday life. You don't want to make yourself miserable. So
Yeah, it's not too bad deadlifting. Surprisingly, it's really not that bad. It affects me some, but I could still probably, if I had to in like 3 days, I could probably put together a 550, maybe 560 pull.
well, so you're still pulling more than me, so don't count yourself out too bad.
So I could probably still put that together, but it would probably take quite a bit. But yeah, it's really the squat that I'm just having to kind of take it a little slow right now.
Yeah. Well, it's never a bad thing to take a step back and just get into some volume and just focus on technique and just start all over again. I mean, it just kind of sucks that you have to do it because of an injury, but
Yeah, hey, I figure it'll eventually get better. No, I'll eventually go to a doctor probably.
So I know you, John, and Amber are coming. Do y'all have anybody else to respond?
we've got one girl who's coming up. She'll be there Saturday, Emily Sparks. I think, I can't remember, man. She's in like one of the very low 100 classes. I'm not even sure.
Has she lifted before?
She hasn't. This will be her first meet.
Oh, well, great.
And she's super strong for her size, man. I can't remember what her weight class is. It's like 110 or something. I can't remember. I don't know what the weight classes are that low because for me personally, I don't have to ever worry about being that little.
Is that the girl Amber was talking about?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Well, cool.
And Male, I'm not sure if Male's going to come or not. He's been having some, I'm not sure what it is, if it's tendonitis or what he's got going on. He's not been really able to bench. And we had another guy, Caleb, that was going to come, but I'm not sure. He may just come and watch this time. I know a lot of people, the whole Nationals thing and it being their first meet, it kind of freaks them out a little bit. So, which I try to explain to them. I'm like, look, it doesn't matter what event it is. The first time you're going to be nervous. We'll just go while we're all there, have fun.
Yeah. Do you wrap your own knees, or do you bring somebody with you?
Yeah, I wrap my own knees, and I've been doing a very poor job of that here lately, man. I wish John was here because he would make so much fun of my knee wrap right now. Because I squat down, and as soon as I get done, it's basically just falling off. He's like, what's going on? You're not, and he gets like, I don't know, he gets like 12 or 13 revolutions out of his, and I get like 8. They're the same size knee wrap. I'm not even sure what's going on. I just, but yesterday I focused on, he watched me, and I was like, man, teach me how to do this. But he said, you're doing better, so we'll see how it goes.
I
But
can't
I've got
remember what I normally get with mine.
one of the guys that I work with. I work out with him a lot too. Matt, I think he's going to come up with me, and I think he even volunteered to drive me up, so I don't have to drive up while I'm all cranky and stuff early Saturday morning. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
But he's got super strong. He's been working out with us, and I'm trying to talk him into doing the meet. He's wanting to get his bench press up, and I'm like, look, man, everybody has one lift they're not really all that great at. But he's gonna be a deadlifter. I'm trying to think. He weighs like around $150, and he can do 405 for probably I think 3 to 5 reps or something. Man, he's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's good.
But,
probably do about 440 or something.
Yeah,
single.
He hadn't maxed in a while. He just, for some reason, he'll just find one certain weight and keep working out with it long enough where he gets to where he can do multiple reps with it.
I guess that's one way to do it. That's
just, when he first started, it was 315. That was his weight, and he would pull it for 1. And then, like the next week, he would maybe get it for 2. I wrote him out a little bit of a program. He's been doing it, and it's been helping him some. But try to encourage everybody I can to get into this. I mean, it's the only thing you're going to do is end up getting stronger. So what's the downside of that?
Yeah,
that's true.
And if you're paying to go to the gym anyway, you might as well be working towards something.
Yeah, there you go. And I mean, I get it, and it's not for everyone. I understand that, which I mean, a lot of stuff's not for me. So
yeah, I don't care about doing a marathon or Ironman or anything.
No, that's like Don, man. I think he's training for some strongman stuff right now, and I couldn't do that.
Now, I would love, sometime before I'm out and dead and can't walk anymore, I would love to do one strongman event. I just want to do it once, just to say I've done one. I'd probably be terrible at it, and I really don't even have a way to really train for it. But I would love to do one.
I'd love to do the Highland Games too.
That would be fun.
Cool.
That'd be a lot of fun. I really wouldn't mind. If I had to do strongman, I would have to I'd probably take a break from bench pressing and switch to all this crazy overhead stuff you have to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, powerlifting carries over quite a bit into the strongman stuff, but it's like those Atlas tones and all that stuff. If you don't have that, I mean, I think a lot of that's more technique just as much as it is strength. It's like the movements in powerlifting. If you don't have that to train with, you're just going to be lost.
Yeah, I'd have to give me some stones and a log press. That's really what I'm missing. I don't have those. But I would love to do it. I don't know when, but sometime in my life I'd love to do one. I don't even know what the weight classes are for strongman, but I'd just hop in and do it. I wouldn't really care how I perform. I just want to do it once.
I think that kind of training is more fun than powerlifting. I don't know. Just moving heavy stuff. Which I guess powerlifting is the same thing, but it's more technical and in a straight line, and you got to be pretty.
Yeah, there's too much deadlifting and strongman. I don't like that.
Hey, but the deadlifting's only like a rack pull, dude. You only have to do
I think you get to use straps too, I mean, in the big. I don't know a whole lot about strongman competitions, but I've watched like the big guys, like the Mountain and
Brian Shaw and all them.
Yeah, and Eddie Hall and all them. I mean, they're fun to watch. So.
Hey, speaking of rack pulls, I saw you using that deadlift bar the other day.
Oh yeah, that's just a normal bar we have, man.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought that was a deadlift bar as much.
No, that's one of our one of our old gym bars. It's took a beating over the years, and there was somebody doing deadlifts, and I just took for granted that they had one of the power bars, so I just started slamming weight on there. And once I got up to like 405, I was like, whoa, man, this thing's bending way too much.
Uh-huh.
There's a normal bar, and I was like, nah, I'm too far ahead. I'm not stripping all this off, so I just stuck with it.
Yeah, I thought you just got the deadlift bar out the closet or something, as much as that thing was bending.
John's got one, and he keeps it put up in the office, which I don't blame him, man. I would hate to see somebody trying to bench press or squat with that thing. He would end up getting killed. But
yeah. Oh man, I've never even thought about that. Somebody trying to squat one of those. Ugh.
He got a cambered bar, and I don't know if you can do this or if it's the only like purpose that I know of it is for squats. But there's a couple people that's been using it to bench press with, so I don't know if that's like a thing that I'm just not aware of, or
you can do that. I mean, you get a little bit more stretch going on from where you got to sink down lower.
Right.
Yeah, there's people that do it.
It just seems awkward because that bar is just so much fatter than a normal barbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never squatted with one. How's it feel?
I've only used it one time. I've used he got a safety bar too. I've been using it quite a bit. I actually like it.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite bars.
It took me a while to figure out where to put my hands so my elbows wouldn't hit my knees on the way down. But cool thing is you don't even really have to hold on to it. So.
No. Yep, I always say for powerlifting you need a glute ham and reverse hyper, but that safety squat bar is definitely the third thing I would get.
Yeah, I mean you can still get work out of lighter weights. You're not taxing your body as much, and you get to relieve some stress off your shoulders and elbows and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it's also a substitute for doing front squats because of the way it puts all that pressure in your quads.
Because to me, a squat is actually, I don't know, it hurts my shoulders worse than a bench press does. Just where I try to get my hands as close as I can and just get super tight so the bar doesn't roll, my chest doesn't collapse.
No, I agree with you. I always have to warm up more on squat day for my shoulders than I do on bench day.
Yeah.
Just trying to crank back on that bar, like you said.
And if I grind on a really heavy bench press, it hurts my back worse than a deadlift does.
Yeah. That's true. The worst pain I think is like when you're bench pressing and like your whole side like locks up on you from where like you.
Yeah.
That's so bad. And then
Luckily,
you got deadlift after.
I've never had it happen while I've had weight on the bar, but just trying to get set up, I've had like my whole lat and everything cramp, and just kind of have to roll off the bench.
Well, is John ever showing up?
Well, he sent me a text about 10 minutes ago asking if we were going to call him, so I don't know. I just texted him back and said he should be able to join it.
Huh.
Skype's kind of weird,
Just hit that green join button.
Yeah. Fun fact, we record using Skype.
True.
For all these people that don't know.
Hey, Michael, did you watch that fight? Kebab versus McGregor?
Khabib.
Kebab, man.
Nah, man, I don't. I watched the ending of it, and I don't know. Everybody talks about how McGregor's such a trash talker and all this. Nobody likes him. I still like the guy. I mean, I think he's funny. He's fun to watch. But I just watched the ending there where that guy went out of the octagon and was trying to do some kind of flying scissor kick or something. I don't know what that was.
That was a crazy fight. That like jumping over the ring, man. That's how all UFC events should end.
Yeah, we actually bought the card and watched the whole card, but Conor, when he talks smack and stuff, he does it just to build up the fight, and he's being a showman.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what it is. That's the majority of his job is to draw attention to the sport and
sell pay-per-views.
If you're going to fight somebody, you're going to start running your mouth. I mean,
well, see, the problem we ran into is that Khabib's a Russian, and he didn't take any of that as show. It's all personal to him.
Right.
And when McGregor started going in about his dad and his religion and where he lives at,
I didn't see it,
man. And I don't know if you know this, but McGregor a few months ago went to one of the fights that Khabib was at and threw that dolly at the bus.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, John's trying to call me.
Tell him to hit that join button.
Yeah, I'm going to accept this, and then I'll let him know.
Okay. Oh man, that was such a fun fight. But yeah.
Yeah, man, it's everybody forgets I'm in the sticks. It takes just a day or two for word to travel up here. I get Saturday Night Live on like Tuesday morning, so it takes a day or two.
Oh man. Ugh. Hey, when are you gonna get your son in the powerlifting?
I don't know, man. It's so funny because I'm not even sure where they came from.
Why is John calling me? Press the green button! Press the green button, John. Did you just start your shift?
Yeah, I came on at 6.
Oh, he's finally in
There
here!
he is. Yeah, I think I made it.
Woo!
Alright.
Get Timmy back.
So, what's going on?
Well,
We're just waiting on you.
What up this?
well,
we
we've been going. We just been talking. We just been shooting the bull.
Cool.
talking about UFC right now.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch the fights?
Yes, I did.
Did you get the cards?
Yes, I
Did you
did.
actually watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the fight after the fight too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Try to figure that one out. But I think.
So what's
that
your take?
I think that Connor's coach could have took him. It looked like he was getting the better of him there towards the end. Like, I'm not even lying. It looked like he was. I think he could have had him. So. But have enough room to take him down. So standing, he might have been in trouble. But
I saw the interview where the guy took off his shorts. That was pretty funny.
Derek Lewis is like my favorite fighter right now.
his balls were hot though. That's what was. The first thing Joe Rogan asked him, he's like, "Why'd you take off your shorts, man? My balls were hot." I mean, that was cold. So.
Oh, that was so amazing. What a great post-fight.
He's the man.
You're not going to beat that one.
Well, John, you ready for Nationals?
I guess so. About as ready as I'm going to get at this point.
I saw you maxing out on bench today.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that. Well, I'm not even going to tell you. You'll really make fun of me. We had an incident on Friday because I was just feeling good because I don't plan on going up that heavy there because I know my form breaks down right there anyway.
Uh-huh.
But I pushed it on Friday and like Amber got confused while she was spotting me and thought that she needed to take it from me as I was locking it out. So she took it from me. It wasn't her fault.
Yeah.
Because someone was yelling, "Get it."
Yes.
Get it.
One yelled, "Get it," like for me to finish it because I was finished. And she thought that I said get it, so she grabbed it. And then we almost had our first argument, but we didn't. So, like an idiot, I was like, "Put it on there again. That was easy. I'll get it this time." So I go up again on Friday and tried it a second time, like 2 seconds later, and missed it. And today I felt decent, so I was like, I might as well just put it on there and push it. So.
Bro, you ever think that you might need to just save it a little bit?
There's no such thing as saving it.
You gotta save it for the platform, man.
You always want to be that guy who's like, I don't know why I can't do this. I've done it twice.
More sense than that than to do that on a squat or a deadlift. Bench press is just bench press. I can't recover from that. Something's wrong. So we'll be good.
I guess that's true if you had to max out a lot on one lift because it's best to do bench press.
Yeah, I mean, some people will be just fine. Well, we got like 2 weeks, so. Yeah. Now, it would be a whole different story if I was in here missing deadlifts. I mean, that would be.
Oh.
In which I'm ahead of the game this time. I usually miss my second attempt. Always. Like for the last probably like 3 meets, I've missed my second attempt 2 weeks out. But this time I got it, so we'll see.
Hey.
Well, man,
Progress.
Nah, I mean, it didn't feel all that great, but it actually went up, so.
John, what you been doing today?
What have I been doing?
Yeah.
Been working, if you can call it that. We were hanging out at the gym, eating steak, playing fetch with my dog.
Nice.
That's been the day so far.
Hey,
What have you been
Michael,
doing?
Michael, have you found the chains in the gym yet?
Yeah, they're in a box. They say like tire chains for winter weather or something. I'm not sure what it is. He bought us some safety straps too.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah. I'm too short to rip them up, but he's got some.
Somebody's going to get hurt trying to put them on the top of the squat rack. I've used them a time or two, but I don't like them. I would rather just have the bars down there.
Oh, man.
That takes some getting used to.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it gets in the way. I don't like anything touching my bar. I'd rather just not be safe.
Well, John, are you going to go after Elite?
Yeah, that's the plan.
So what numbers you need to hit?
What? I think it's 1565 for 220.
Yeah.
I'm going to open 550 on squats, probably about 350 on bench, around 585, 590 on deads. So I'm shooting, my goal is, I want to hit 1625. That's the goal. I want to 242. I want to break 1600. That's what I want to do. So
yeah,
let's see what happens. I mean, I feel like I'm shooting for, a little over 16, and if something bad happens, then hopefully at least I'll hit that elite number. So
yeah, dude.
that's the point.
That's crazy. What, you going to squat 600?
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll see what happens.
You and Michael are both going to be squatting 600.
It just depends on who's calling depth that day and how nice they want to be.
I'm about positive it'll come back up, but whether or not it goes to depth, I'll let Tim decide that. He'll be wrong.
I already told him I'm going to miss my first, and then I'll probably miss my opener, and then we'll retake it on the second, and then get called for depth with my third.
You have to do the Michael Burleson special. Go out and strain your guts out on your opener and smoke it. He goes out there, he's like, this is just like 530, and I don't even have to, and then he doesn't focus, and then it goes slow, and then he blows up the second one. If we can get him focused in on his openers, oh man.
He might be on something.
I always bounce my opener like I'll bounce my butt off the back of my heels, too. I need to quit that. So.
Dude, just quit with the openers, dude. Put your third attempt on the bar from the beginning and just go for bust.
Well, that's seriously, Michael does better that way.
I've debated, one of these competitions I do, I'm just going to not do what everyone else does, and I'm just going to put, something between my second and third and, the number I kind of want to hit, and I'm just going to do a little extra warm-up, and then I'm just going to get 3 attempts at this weight and see what happens. see if I bomb out.
Timmy, who was the guy that used to do that? Oh, well, we probably shouldn't be name-dropping, but you remember the dude who it was always his goal to bench press 400 pounds, and he would sign up for the bench only, and then he would do the full power meet the next day.
Yeah.
He would try to if he couldn't get it, he would try to bounce it. He would miss it 2 times in a row, and then he would bounce it as hard as he could on his third time. Wouldn't even try to pause it or anything just to say he got it. That was my favorite.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I figured you would. We ain't gonna be name dropping, but
yeah, he's got a screw loose.
Is Alan Powell, is he competing all 3 days again this year?
That's a good question. I don't know, man.
I don't know how he does. I don't see how he stays together.
Well, I think it's finally starting to catch up with him a little bit.
Well, it's about time, man. I was like, phew, I couldn't imagine. That's like some people do a full power meet a week apart. I couldn't imagine doing it less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine doing more than 2 a year now, if even that.
Dude, he's got to have the record for most meets. I don't think there's anyone else that's competed as much as that guy.
If you did a 5-year span, probably. Most meets in 5 years.
Yeah, he does pretty well all the odd lifts and everything you guys do, doesn't he?
Yeah, he hits about every single one. He's been a great Iron Boy supporter.
Man, that's crazy.
But for everyone listening, Alan, because our Nationals meet is 3 days, so we did the bench only on Friday, and then he weighed in at 181, did the full power Saturday, weighed in again that night for 198, and did the full power that Sunday. So I think he's the only one I can think of that has done that.
He's a legend.
Goodness. I'd be dead. I'd be so
Well, I'd like
dead.
to see you try to cut to 181.
I will. The only way I'll do it, I will do one. I will attempt. I will attempt to cut the 181 if I have someone else doing it with me.
Yeah, let me just cut off a leg and I'll see if I can do that.
I wouldn't mind seeing how ripped and shredded I could get, but man, 181. Oh my goodness, I'd have to lose. Man, I'm right at 198, 199 right now. Phew, it's like 10, 18. Yeah, I don't know.
So I guess since Andrew's not lifting, the deadlifting sumo for this meet's going out the window.
I don't think that's ever a thing.
Oh no, I will pull. I'm telling you right now. Whenever I get my back better, I'll pull sumo at the next competition.
Back? What's wrong with your back?
I think I have a tear.
A tear? What'd you tear?
I slept wrong.
What?
Yeah, I'm for real, dude.
Like a 6
Get
months.
the lift and I
Dang.
slept the wrong way.
Dude, I slept. Oh, I kid you not, dude. So I slept wrong or did something, and I woke up, dude. I woke up and like I stood up out of bed, and my whole entire lower back like cramped up, and like I couldn't like bend over for like 3 weeks, and like it was so weird, and like
Maybe
I'm pretty.
You should start pulling sumo.
What?
Maybe you should start pulling sumo.
Yeah.
That's
What's
wrong.
It's like it was so strange, but like yeah, I think I have a tear in my lower back, so I'm just healing that thing up. It's taking its sweet time.
Like, what could you have torn? Like, any idea?
I think it's where my where your glute kind of connects to like your like low back muscles, like there at the towards the end of like your spine and stuff. So that's where it really hurts.
I know I hurt mine one time, and mine was just like an inflamed muscle, but I didn't think it was ever going to get better. And then on our honeymoon at Atlantis in the Bahamas, it was like 60 degrees, and I was in the cold water, and I went to roll off of this float, and I thought I was going to die right there in the Bahamas. Like, I pulled something in my back. And it was the worst pain I've ever had. Like, I couldn't move. And we got back, and we were eating dinner that night. We were on a cruise, and the ship started rocking, and I was trying to eat my apple pie, and it started hurting so bad. I broke out in like a cold sweat. I was just like going to fall on the floor, but it was horrible. But then the next day it was fine. So I don't.
Oh man, yeah. I still need to go. I need to go to a doc and get like it scanned or something to see exactly what's going on. But it's been bugging me. It's really been hindering my squats. My deadlifts, it kind of hinders, but it's not awful. But
didn't you hurt it before Nationals last year?
No, it was after.
Oh, okay.
It's just like the whole axial loading thing, like having a bar on your back. Does that hurt it really bad, or?
It's like the bar on my back. It just aggravates it, and like, it's kind of weird, you think the deadlift would kind of get into it, but I mean.
Well, I'll be straight up with you, dude. You're no stranger to bending over in that squat.
I know.
Oh, snap. Shots fired. If you fix your technique, Andrew, God almighty.
Oh.
Your GM keeps you straight.
Hey, I know I ain't no stranger, but hey, it's really strange though, cause like after I squat, like it might hurt a lot, but the day after it feels a lot better. Like it's really
squat every day.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah, squat every day. Michael
Yep.
can tell you about that.
Yeah.
All right, Michael.
It's not bad.
Hey, John.
Hey.
We were told to ask you about Michael's knee wrapping skills.
Oh, God. Michael should probably squat like 650. Like, I don't know what he does. He literally just puts it around his knee and, like, ties it in a bow. Just, like, one time. And it's good. Like, he's got, like, enough extra wrap hanging off to where I'm scared he's going to step on it. But, because you guys count your knee wraps. Do you know how many, like, revolutions you get out of a 2.5 meter wrap? Or am I the only one who does that?
I don't know. I forget how many, but
God, guys, you got to start counting them. That way it's even. Because that makes all the difference.
I mean, I get the same.
Whatever keeps you straight, man.
So, like, honestly, though, I've got really small knees. I think that's the thing. Like, my knees are tiny. I guess that's the reason I blew one of them out. But, like, I've got, like, these little bitty, like, baby-looking kneecaps. I don't know if you ever noticed or not, but I think, because I'm getting, Michael, how many revolutions do you get? Is it, like, 6 or
I go up 3, cross, or 5. At the most, I get like 7.
Okay, so I can get 9 out of mine if I really want to crank them down, but Timmy, you probably shouldn't measure my wraps at the next meet either. I don't know what I'm using.
Like, I thought he had like 8 meter wraps or something. I held him up, measured them. They were the same length.
Well, mine are so are Michael. I just know how to pull that slack out. And mixed with my baby knees, I guess that's probably something, but
Yeah.
I can go up like 5 times, cross mine, and I could go around another 2 times at the top if I wanted to, but I usually just go around 1 because I can't hit depth if I go that 9th wrap.
Too tight.
Are y'all
And
still
sometimes-
using I guess y'all are still using the same wraps y'all been using.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Lily Bridges, man, they're by Pioneer there. I haven't tried a ton of wraps, but those are the best ones I've tried because and there's nothing wrong with them. It's just a mental thing, but I think I've went through like 3 pairs of them. And there's probably nothing wrong with the first pair. It just gets in my head that, hey, these are old. I need some new ones.
Well, we started panicking a while back because we couldn't find them anymore because they were like sold out. And we were like, oh God, what are we going to do if they don't make them anymore? Like, we won't be able to squat anymore. But I figure if they're good enough for Jesse Horn, they're good enough for me. But,
That's very true. Ain't
Jason- Jason Goose said he texted you about them or something.
Did
And
he
he got
ever-
a pair. Yeah, he got a pair last week or something.
yeah.
And I like them because you know how we still go to Morganton.
Yeah.
They got more to them than an Inzer wrap, but they're not crazy stiff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them a lot.
You can still move. To me, like, they're the perfect wrap. They're not too much of a cast, but you can also get a lot of rebound out of them.
Yeah.
They just feel good.
Might need to look at getting you some, Andrew.
Yeah.
But you got those Phantoms, don't you?
Yeah.
And, I mean, those are the Lily
God
Bridges
awful.
probably, I don't know, they're probably, it's weird because they're just as stiff as those Phantoms, but you can get more stretch out of them, if that makes sense.
Okay. I might need to try them out, but
Because I've got a pair of those Phantoms, and I mean, I haven't worn them enough to get them broke in, but man, I've tried to wrap those around the table leg, around everything, trying to stretch them out a little bit, because I can't get them tight enough.
I get mine. I'm trying to think. I probably get about 7 wraps around my knee with those Phantoms. Like, I don't know how.
They have a ton
That's-
of room on what little bit I have used them, but
That's one of those wraps that you need someone else to wrap your knee for you, I feel like. Those are
They
Those are no
are
joke.
kind of. They do require more like tugging, like you really gotta tug on them bad boys, you know.
Do you chalk your knees when you wrap?
Yeah.
Yeah. That helps.
Yeah, I
think it
saw
does.
you on Instagram one day. I was like, he's got those things so tight. He's run all the blood out of his leg. And then it dawned on me, oh, we put chalk on his leg.
It's actually baby powder. I also put it on my hands before I deadlift.
it's really good to put it on your hands before bench press, too.
The best idea. Put it on everything.
Nothing's worse than that bar sticking with you on a bench press.
You don't want that.
That hurts your wrist.
Yeah, it will.
Does
Hey.
Lily Bridge make his own wrist wraps too?
Yeah, they make them. Pioneer's actually the ones that, I don't know if they teamed up with them or what the deal is, but they use the Lily Bridge name, but they're made by Pioneer.
There's
Okay.
actually there's two different kinds of Lily Bridge wraps. You've got the Pioneer and then the Slingshot. They've got those old red Slingshots that came out a while back.
Uh-huh.
I got a pair of those.
Yeah, those are. I never liked those too much. They were way too stiff for me. I didn't.
Yeah, but I wore them out so much to where they're like they
probably feel
stretch
pretty
really
good.
Yeah, but when I first got them, I was like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. I was like, this is gonna take freaking half a year to break these things in.
I think I wore mine like 3 times and I gave them away.
Yeah. Maybe next time if I compete, I'll try out those wraps y'all are using. But
You probably don't. You shouldn't. I don't think you should.
as my squat shoots to like 600 out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, I'm not even joking. That's more or less what they do.
We know the secret.
Shh, don't tell nobody. Michael's the one who discovered it, so.
Yeah, I can't remember how it came about either. I can't remember what I was doing.
Well, I was squatting in a 5-year-old pair of Enzers that they were like ace bandages, and my squat was slowly going down, and it turns out it was because I think my knee wrap was sucking worse.
That's the first time I've ever heard a knee wrap get blamed.
Yeah, it is. Really? I feel
You
like
should try some of those, the Gold's Gyms ones that Walmart sells, man.
Oh man, I had.
That's what I
still
started out with.
Yeah, man, I thought those were like magic whenever I first put them on too. I felt so strong. I was squatting 275 so hard in those. You should have seen my speed.
I'm pretty sure the sleeves today are tighter than those things.
Oh, I know they are.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like an Enzer wrap, but like you said, after a couple of years or so, they get stretched out pretty good.
Yeah, well, if you put on a pair of those Pioneer wraps, you will not want to use any other one.
And to me, you can, like the other ones you can get them tighter, but the Enzers hurt worse. I don't know why.
Dude, they really do though. My circulation in those Enzers, I'm like, I can't freaking move. Like my leg is actually like shaking and tingling and.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know how many wraps I get on those Enzers, but I think I counted one time, and I think I can get like 20 plus wraps around my knee.
Huh.
It's like something stupid. It's like ridiculously high. But then it feels so bad because it's so tight.
And then, I don't know, then I feel like I don't even get that much out of it. It's like they're really, really, really tight, but I don't feel like I'm getting that much spring out of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get a whole lot of spring out of them, but hey, I'm down if y'all want to compete in Walmart wraps. I'll go buy some.
I would
I'm
do
down.
that. Hey, Timmy.
I would much rather do pure.
Look up the Nationals from like 2012. It was my first meet. I've got on the Gold's Gym knee wraps. I think I even had it on a Gold's Gym belt.
You were just sponsored by Gold's.
Hey, I will do that. I will do a competition where we actually go out and buy the crappiest materials, and we compete in like the most like those really tiny like belts, those little tan belts, and like Gold's Gym like wrist wraps and Gold's Gym knee wraps. I'll do it. I'll
watch. It's fun.
You guys there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a call. I've got to hop off here just a second.
All
right.
Okay, be careful.
Gun them down.
Shoot first, ask later.
Oh.
Well,
man.
John, how's Amber doing?
She's good. She's
She
good.
getting nervous or anything?
I don't think so. She's good right now. She's sitting there playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay, that's a new one, ain't it?
Yeah, played that one yet?
No, I lost interest in that game, man. Assassin's Creed, I lost interest after like the Ezio trilogy and Assassin's Creed 3. I lost interest, man. You killed off the main protagonist. I don't care about it no more.
Did you play Black Flag?
No.
See, that's the only one I've played, and it's my favorite.
I love that one. But the new one, it's it's like the Spartans. So
Yep.
But see, Black Flag was a good pirate game, not a good Assassin's Creed game. Like it was just it was basically a pirate game with the Assassin's Creed logo.
And what's wrong with that?
I want a dedicated pirate game. I don't want none of this Templar assassin crap. I want to raid ships, plunder my people, and shoot cannons and sell the seven seas.
There you go.
That's all.
Well, I'm looking forward to whatever that E3 game was that they revealed.
Yeah, what was it?
Bones.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was called.
Bones and Booty or something.
I don't know if that was it, but it's something like that.
Is that some kind of rap game?
I gotta find this video game. Bones and Skulls?
Something like that.
What is it about?
It's
a straight up pirate game.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
Oh.
Ubisoft is making a game called Skull and Bones. It's just a straight up pirate game. They made Black Flag, so I trust them. They already got some pirate experience, so I'll buy this Skull and Bones game if it's half decent.
Yeah. Well, they're coming back out with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, I pre-ordered that, man. I'm taking work off that Friday. You better believe it. I'm taking work off.
The government will come find you, Andrew. You better not.
Dude, they come to my apartment. They probably want to play.
You're sitting in there with a cowboy hat on and a belt buckle playing that game.
You better believe it.
But why is that the only thing he's wearing?
What is the belt buckle even on? It's not even on a belt.
Oh, I ain't gonna answer that question.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm doing. I've been waiting for that game forever.
No, I like the first one quite a bit. Did you ever play Gun?
No,
Yeah,
I never
I
played
did.
that one.
It's
Really?
Yeah,
Dude,
I didn't play.
That's like the OG of cowboy games, I feel like.
Wait, do y'all have what do y'all have? PS4, Xbox?
Yeah, I got PS4.
Nice.
Oh, dude, you need to add us, and we need to start gaming.
Well, I'm not any good and I hardly ever play, but we can do it.
Yeah. We might get a powerlifting gamer Twitch thing going one day.
A powerlifting video game?
Yeah, well, I guess Andrew could make one. He's got the know-how.
Needs to.
Man, that'd be such a trash game.
What would you like in a powerlifting video game, John?
What now?
I said, what would you like to see in a powerlifting video game?
Really horrible graphics.
Well, I got you there.
Right. It needs to look like stick men wearing Walmart knee wraps and belts. I think that would be my only request.
I can make that happen.
Yeah. But I'm not sure how the storyline would go on that, but one else. Probably the best idea.
You can be the voice actor in it.
Can I please?
Dude, I'll hook you up if I ever find the time to do all this crap.
It's perfect.
But how has your training been going, though? You feel like you peaking the right way and everything for this meet?
Honestly, I feel great. For the first time in a couple of years, I feel healthy. You know, I don't have any little nagging injuries or anything. And everything's just been going exactly the way that I wrote it out. You know, I didn't have to vary from training at all. Been doing a good job of sleeping and eating. Really just gaining some weight has helped me more so than anything. Just staying between 210 and like 215. But I guess we'll find out for sure. But I feel pretty confident going into this one. I'm actually excited to compete again because it's been a year now since I've stepped on the platform, and I'm starting to get that urge to do it again.
Yeah.
So that's nice too. You know, if you do so many in a row, and after you've been doing it for so long, it kind of gets. I don't know. I mean, I guess my progress had slowed down so much from where I was holding myself in one weight class. So as soon as I started gaining weight and watching my numbers start to go up again and starting to hit PRs again, that really just it made me excited again.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of going for, a 15-pound meat PR or something like that, it's like, now I'm hoping to put 100+ pounds on my total from last time,
Yeah.
But it's just exciting again. But for the most part, everything feels really good. And I'm excited to see what I'm actually capable of, which I know what I'm capable of on bench press because I maxed out today and Friday. 2 days between each other, you're good.
Yeah.
For it all. But no, I'm excited though.
Hey, how much do you weigh? Like, what are you weighing now?
This morning I was 209 this morning, but I mean I've been floating up. I've seen 215 a couple of times, but usually at night I'm about 214. So I'm between 209 and 214. That's where kind of floating around that right now, which I think Keith told me years ago that I would probably be at my strongest right there, and guess he was right again. So
he knows this powerlifting stuff pretty good.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. He does for sure. But I don't know. I mean, I can still cut down to 198 if I wanted to, but I really don't want to right now.
Yeah, man.
Well,
but I mean, if everyone shows up at 198 again, I guess I'll have to eventually. But
maybe we'll just have a division where there's no weight classes and you just go for it.
Do you know what would be awesome though? If you could do that and just go purely off of Wilks on that, and just have like overall winners. Think about how much more competitive that would make things. I mean, I think a lot of people would not like that because they wouldn't be guaranteed a trophy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for the person that wants to compete in the 19 to 16-year-old age in the 114 weight class and in the Masters 95 to 100 division?
Pure raw.
Pure.
Without any.
Yeah, like
no.
I'm telling you.
But well, I mean, I think powerlifting should start. I don't know. I mean, I think it would benefit from that in a way. Just because, there would be so much more competition there, then, it wouldn't be. I don't think it would encourage people to try to hang in certain weight classes for so long. And, it's like come in at your strongest and go off of Wilks. And, top 3 or whatever, I think that would be cool to see eventually.
That'd be neat. That'd be a neat idea to try out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it would. I don't know. I mean, you know how
something different.
Is. Yeah, it's like it's all in who shows up that day. There's a chance you might not even compete against anybody, and so I mean that would just get. I feel like that would step the competition up. I mean maybe not do that like mandatory. You have to do that, but have its own division where it's like Wilks only. I think that would be pretty sweet.
that'd be an interesting idea. It'd be fun to try out.
Yeah, so we're going to change powerlifting from here on out.
Get ready.
How about the Wilks?
True. Although I will say a lot of people do like the weight classes because they like to fit in. It gives them a place to start or something. They can
that's
compete against their own class.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those deals, like I don't know. I mean, I guess that would be something for the advanced, who have been in it for a while.
Yeah.
But it would really just pit you against everybody that way. But whatever.
It all comes down to record keeping too. Like everybody wants a record. So.
But that's, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing for you guys because it draws more people in. It's a bad thing in a way where you have all these people walking around claiming to be world champion record holders, and it's like, no one ever competed there before or whatever, I
think it'd be neat to do that once a year or something, the Wilks thing, and maybe not even take records for that meet. But
even if you just did like an invite only, and here's how you could do it. Let me tell you. Listen here, Timmy Payne. Here's how we're gonna do it.
We got this thing recorded. I'm ready.
Yeah. So we get sponsors. All right. You get them to put in some money.
All right. Fitness Express.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll put myself down first of all.
All right.
I'll give you $6 And but no, you could get the sponsors, you could have it sponsored to where, just get so much money for first, second, third place, whatever. And, it wouldn't have to be a ton, but if you throw somebody a couple $100, that's going to bring people out.
Yeah.
And go purely off of Wilkes, and the best person takes it, And you could just see how much money you raised, as to how much the pot would be or the winning or whatever. But I think that would be cool to do something like that. Because, it would definitely draw some people in, I feel like. Because you get a little bit of money involved. Because there's a few meets where there's payouts, but you just wonder if the sport is really ever going to head in that direction, and I feel like it's trying to in a way, like the U.S. Open and all this different stuff that they have, but it's good for it, in a way.
It would be cool to do something like that, a little invitational, little qualifying or something.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to have, like, some type of qualifier meet or, just throughout the year. But, of course, if you've hit elite, then you're automatically in, So do something like that. Because, that would draw... I feel like that would draw a lot of the... how you've got, like, some people who have competed and they've hit, like, the elite numbers or whatever, and you just kind of don't see them anymore.
Yeah.
That would spark interest with a lot of people. It's not that people get bored with things, but, some people, they think they've hit a certain level, so they go off and do this or do that.
I'll talk to the higher-ups about it.
Yeah, I think that will be something cool, But just something to think about.
A little birdie told me that it's official that you're moving into a different building.
Yeah, for the most part, it is.
Okay.
We are working on that right now. The building needs a little bit of work right now, but the landlord has agreed to get started on it. So, it could be probably over the next year or so. I heard the other day that he'd ordered all new windows for it, so that's a step in the right direction. We got windows. We got windows at Fitness Express. Come see them.
Well, I think it's great that you finally pulled the trigger on it.
Oh, yeah. It's been something I've been asking for it for a while now. And they finally agreed to it, so it's a slow process, and it's something too that I'm trying not to just rush right into, because I'm the type of person when I decide I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right now, no matter what, so I'm trying to, it's like, I talked to Dave the other day, the owner of the building. It's like I told him, it's like I'm ready for it, but, let's slowly walk into this, because, there's just a lot of random things that you don't think about, as far as just picking up and moving somewhere. Because there's so much more space over there, and you get into doing, like, the rubber flooring and, some turf like I want to do, stuff like that. It's like you run into quite a few expenses there, but, you have to know what you're getting into. Be ready for that, so...
Well, and it opens up all kind of different business opportunities for you too.
Oh,
you can run different things.
Yeah, because I would like to have some sort of like walking track around the edge.
Yeah.
Have a lot of like senior citizens there which I don't like treadmills either. It kind of sucks just to walk on those. But it is nice because we have TVs in there and it's climate controlled and all that good stuff. But it's, I don't know, walking on the treadmill is not the same as actually walking,
Right.
So
True.
I'd like to do something like that. I want some turf. I would like to have about 40 to maybe 50 yards of turf. And that way we could do like strongman stuff, because I would like to play with some yokes and farmer's carries and maybe even some Atlas stones and push proud full sledge, So.
Hey, if you and Michael want to do it, I will do a strongman competition with you.
I've been thinking about putting one together, just kind of like in Spruce Pine even, because we've got that park that's right below the gym, and I'm sure that we could just set up some stuff down there. That's something I've thought about for a couple of years now, just for fun,
Yeah.
But, because, we could get it to where maybe I could find some people to sponsor it to where the winners win a little bit of money or whatever. And I think that would be fun. Just have like some type of deadlift, some type of overhead press, like one of the logs, like a truck pull.
Yeah.
Just little things like that, nothing too serious, but I think that would be a good time it would draw attention towards the gym as well, but if you did it down there, you could sell tickets and have people come watch and something to get people kind of excited.
That's true. And when you
depending on how big you...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, depending on how big you want to blow it up, you can even get food vendors and all kinds of stuff involved.
Yeah, it's a good... I've thought about that for a couple of years now, honestly. Like, I've always wanted to kind of do something like that because I feel like... I know there's several people in the gym who are plenty strong enough to do powerlifting or whatever, but they don't really want to or whatever, But if you tell them, we're going to do like a overhead log press for reps, they would be more into something like that, have some type of loading race, carrying sandbags, whatever, so that would attract all sorts of different people, I feel like. Not just have it geared towards one certain type of person, have it to where there might be a little bit of running involved or whatever else,
right.
So, yeah. So that way it would kind of even out the odds, so it's not just a brute strength thing, have some endurance events as well,
I think it'd be fun.
I think it would be, but it's, how it is, just putting stuff together. You guys do it every weekend, so I think I've put on, we have done 3 fundraisers at the gym over the years, and even before I worked there or anything, I ended up getting put in charge of them. And oh my gosh, like there's just so much stuff that goes in behind the scenes that people don't see with something like that. You'd think it would be simple just to put some weights in a room and say, have at it, but because I always wanted to run them like halfway legit, but
right.
You get into, you've got to do the little cards for each and every person and track it and everything else. And then, people are usually there while it's going on, but after it's done, you've got 2 people left to clean it up. So
yeah,
I'm gonna move everything. So
hey man, you ain't telling me nothing.
I know. I've been there.
Seasoned veteran.
Yeah, I don't mind some for good cause, but
hey, what you need to do when you get this new place and get this whole turf built in, you got like a high school football team there or something?
Yep.
You need to host some strength camps or like let the coaches use it or something, give you a little workout of drill or something.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic on that one, man. It's because I'm still not entirely sure what their training methodology. I can't even talk. For them, but it's trying to figure it out. Haven't yet, so I don't even think they have. So
yeah.
And plus, you just never know. Sometimes, like coach over here don't want to go nowhere else but his place or something. You don't know the politics and whatnot.
And a lot of the stuff that you run into, it's that they tell kids, like, this is a bad exercise. No, it's not a bad exercise. You don't know how to teach that movement. Yeah. That's the issue. This isn't dangerous. You don't know how to coach it. You don't know how to keep your kids reeled in. You don't know how to program stuff out. Like, that's the issue. Will get me fired up. Be online, but no, I fuss about that all the time. It's like, because you can't just build up a kid's quads. Most people who come in are naturally quad dominant the majority of the time. Then the leading cause of ACL injuries are overdeveloped quads compared to like the hamstrings. So you're doing all this stuff all the time for the front side. You never do anything for glutes or hamstrings, posterior chain, nothing like that. Everybody's got weak lower backs. Weak hips, weak glutes, hamstrings. I don't understand it. I see, because I work with a lot of the kids, and they're there's some very strong kids there, and apparently they just believe in nothing but like front squats, and they don't have the ankle mobility. I had one coach say to me one time, they can hold the bar on their chest until they get down there to the bottom, then they dump it forward. I don't know why they do that. I was like, dude, their ankle mobility, they don't have any. But, oh well, what do I know? I just lift weights for fun. I just like to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. But that's just my rant for the day.
Yeah, all these people are a lot of athletes are quad dominant.
I
was quad deficient.
Yeah, well, honestly,
I started powerlifting and I got them glutes and hamstrings and that low back.
It's those squats, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is it's high school coaches and they're worried about football. They're not worried about strength training to begin with. They don't know how to coach it. You can be an excellent football coach and not know your way around a weight room for nothing. That's not it. Yeah.
It's just how it is. But I don't know. It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, John, you're not the coach.
I know. I can't coach anything.
You're not the coach. Stay in your lane.
He can't even coach Burleson how to put knee wraps on.
That's right. Like, Michael, you have to double knot it when you bow tie it on there.
Hey, have you, wrapped his knees before?
No, I've not. I need to see what he's doing. We squatted together yesterday, and I didn't watch too closely, but, because I never even realized it, but I don't know if, I don't know if it's that his knee is that much bigger than mine or what, but I do feel like we can get a few extra wraps out of it. I don't know if it's how he's laying it down as he's wrapping it up, how he's covering on the way up. But
yeah.
I don't know if he's just not pulling the slack. I don't know. But then again, for how much he already squats, I don't really want to show him the right way to wrap a knee.
Yeah, I know. He's squatting 600.
I was getting to say he's a weight class below me, and I'm just trying to squat as much as he is. So I don't think I need him many. It's like, no, Michael, just take off the knee wraps. You'll be fine without them. No, but on a side note, that day he did squat 550 in sleeves, which was pretty nuts. I mean, it was. So, I mean, he's not getting nearly as much out of his wraps as I feel like he should or could.
Yeah. Have you done any sleeving squats? You gone heavy in your sleeves? Or you just been sticking the wraps?
Here lately, I've really switched my training up in the past 15 weeks, and I've went to. I've got my heavier day at the beginning of the week, and that is all in wraps. And then I've got a rep day at the end of the week, and I do all that in sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
There towards the end, I started kind of working my sleeve days up. Nothing crazy. I think I did 405 for some sets of 7 with sleeves. And then, I've squatted 5 in sleeves and done some reps with 475 in sleeves. But I've not really pushed it in sleeves. That's one thing I would like to do this off season.
Mm-hmm.
Like to reprogram out my numbers and kind of do it the same way, except, have my heavier day just in sleeves. And because I would like to push that sleeve max on up there. I like squatting in sleeves, but I like not feeling like I don't like feeling like I have to have something.
Yeah.
That's one reason that I don't like. This probably sounds stupid, but the whole bench pressing with a belt thing. I've never tried it, and one reason why I was afraid that I would actually like it or it might help, and then I would feel like I needed one more thing just to bench press with, because I'm already the person who shows up and it's if I'm squatting, I have to have these shoes, I need my belt, I need my knee sleeves, I should probably have my wrist straps or else my elbows will start hurting, and it's I know that I don't know what it is about me, but that's just kind of how I feel about that, feeling like I need one more thing just to be strong.
Yeah.
But who knows? It might help me and it might not. But do you guys bench in a belt?
No.
I do not.
Yeah, I know Mikey likes it, so.
But see,
I mean,
I haven't tried it in so many years, so I don't really know if I have much say so because I
Yeah.
haven't tried it in so long.
See, that's kind of how I am. I've never seriously tried it. I had a dream one time that I put on a belt, and my bench press felt a lot better, but I never actually tried it.
So, but me personally, I feel like if I was a bench press in a belt, I feel like I need to buy a belt for bench press, like a thinner one.
Yeah.
That's not so thick.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing that has been missing on my bench press, and I've just like actually Amber is the one who reminded me of this. So I wasn't holding my air the way that I needed to. So I really wasn't bracing my core or anything. I was all loose, you know, so I'd come down, I'd sink, I'd get all loose, and then try to push the weight back up. And so I've had to really like cue myself really hard to hold my air, you know, keep my legs tight on the way down, just like load up on the way down. But that's been my biggest issue on bench press recently, just not holding my air. Whenever I remember to do that, you know, I'm probably 20 pounds stronger.
I've been struggling at my gym. The benches are low, like really low. So like
Yeah.
leg drives like just not really a thing you can really get very well. So
Yeah.
like, man, I'm telling you, when I get some leg drive, my bench is really gonna go up.
Yeah.
But
That's for sure.
but I've been working on like really using my lats more, and like when I bring the bar down, I've been working on pulling my chest up, which is
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
weird.
No, I was watching you bench press the other day, and I noticed you doing that. It looked good though.
I can't really. I'm trying to explain what I do, but I'm kind of trying it out, and like I get a deep breath, and like I try and like during the press flare my lats out, and when I bring the bar down, I'm like my butt's not moving. I'm not moving really my butt, but like I'm bringing my chest up to the bar, and I don't know. It's kind of been working. It's kind of been feeling good. So
Anything you can do just to decrease that distance, you know, within reason.
yeah,
I'm still not a really good bencher, but it's better than it was.
hey, slow progress is progress.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it goes with
Well, that's how bench is anyway.
That's kind of how it goes.
Because, you know, I would always just show up and just bench like 360 and go on. Sometimes I would scratch my third attempts and not even try it. Bench press is just the time to rest for deadlifts. That's what it is.
That's true.
When you're like me, it is. But when you've got those long deadlifting arms and you can't bench press.
Dude, the bench press is just a token lift.
I mean, it would be cool to be good at it, but
380 ain't no slouch though.
it's alright. But
Hey, what are you going to pull? Are you going to pull 650?
hopefully, that's what I'm shooting for. If everything goes the way I hope it does, you know, and if I don't miss a deadlift over something, you know, dropping it or whatever, then I want to take 650 on the third, because that's something I've never missed the same weight more than twice, and I've randomly tried 650 at all the wrong times in my training, and I've missed it 3 times. So that's a weight that I need to get out, you know. So, which my dads they feel the best they ever have. I think I doubled 600 the other day, and probably left a rep in the tank. So for the way that my, you know, like looking at past numbers, I should have set myself up to pull that, but we'll just have to see. You never know at the end of a meet.
That's true.
You know, you just don't know how you're going to feel. But we'll see what happens. Who else is going to show up? Do we know of anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about on this podcast or at the meet?
Yeah, maybe the podcast too. Gonna get anybody else in here?
I don't know, man. Just the usual customers, as far as I know.
Has anyone heard from Steven Archer?
Yeah, he plans on, trying to go after that elite equipped.
Yeah, I saw him doing the single ply stuff.
Yeah, I think he squatted 750, 755 or something the other day in single ply suit.
Goodness.
He could probably do that in sleeves if he wanted to.
Yeah, I know.
He's such a freak. Like I watch him, I'm like, God, like.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dawn still plans on lifting or not, but Steven told me I think they have 4 people coming.
Yeah.
So, pretty good group.
Yeah. They always bring it.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
I am. I'm just excited to see everyone, honestly.
Yeah, like we've said it before, it's always a family reunion.
Yeah, man, that's all it is. We just happen to get to lift some weights, so.
Yeah.
We got that woman, Emily, from my gym. She's coming, so we'll be down on Saturday, and that'll be. She'll have a pretty good day, I believe.
Yeah, I hope she enjoys it.
Oh yeah, she will.
Mike said it's her first one.
Yeah, she's strong. She's a strong little thing. I mean, she's little, but she's very strong. But,
What were you going to say, Andrew?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I wish I could compete.
Oh, yeah.
are you going to be there?
I don't know. I got some other things I can talk to y'all about offline.
Okay.
But
Yeah, me too.
Well, Andrew, why don't you go ahead and take us offline?
yeah, man, this has been a good one.
Yeah?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't here for half of it.
Well, I
Somebody
figured you knew how to get in here.
Invite me.
No,
I
there's a green join button when we call you, but you're not in here. There's a green button that says join call. You just gotta click that button.
I sat in the living room and stared at my phone for 30 minutes like a small child, and no one called me.
I promise we called you.
And I was thinking to myself, they're like, God, don't get John on here. He won't shut up. Last time it took
Is Michael back? Michael's back on the podcast. He's back on the podcast.
You back?
Okay, I think we're good. My phone's dying, so bear with me.
Oh, I think we're heading off.
Oh, okay. I just saw you guys were back on here, so I wanted to jump in and say hi and bye and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Plug your Instagram.
It's Donut Man 183.
Donuts. Email.
At hotmail.com.
I've still got a Hotmail. So
Check me out on MySpace, John Allen Gaines.
Underscore 12345.
Underscore 1200. That's my total.
All right, well, I think that kicks it off for this. It's been a great primer for the Nationals. It's coming up this October. I forgot the date already.
The 19th through the 21st.
Yeah, all the 19th through the 21st. That's coming up soon, kids. Pack your bags, pack your jammies, pack your belt, pack your ammonia, pack your saltine crackers, pack your salt water, and you know what? Just be packing heat. Bring some heat to the meet. We gonna be 21 gun salute. When Michael Burleson squashes 600, I'm a pop my shotgun off to him. And that's all we're gonna do. I don't know, kids. Hide your kids, people. You don't want them to get shot at this new meet. And John Allen's gonna be coming up there. He gonna be coming up with the wifey. They gonna be putting up the big numbers. And that's all we got for this episode. And remember, don't do anything stupid or else Michael gonna get the bling bling on you with the red and green and yellow and all them Christmas tree lights the cop cars got these days. They coming after you. Click it or ticket, I'm out.
We out.
It's time for the IBP Nationals. Mark your calendars for October 19th through the 21st. The 3-day event will be hosted in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. For more information about the competition, visit ironboypowerlifting.com. Please subscribe and thank you for listening. Be sure to follow @CheckMyTotal on Instagram for all the latest updates.
Man, I gotta tell this guy, he's been in the gym too long. He don't know how to operate technology no more.
That's where his phone's a piece of junk, man. It's like a Galaxy S.5 or something